Hey everybody, this is Graybeard Gaming and welcome back to Tassi. So I have already harvested one field of wheat and I thought, you know what, let's get the other one done. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to let her rip. So, yeah, I like this harvester. I like this header actually more than I like the harvester. It's just nice to go fly down the field, get things done. Now I only have $13,000 available, so that means I'm going to have to make some money. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do to make it, but we're going to have to do something. I'm going to see if there's a harvesting job out there after I'm done with mine. I just want to see how much grain I would actually get off of this one field. This field next year will probably be soybeans. And this field in the center will probably be wheat. I'm not sure what the current oat field will be. It's probably gonna be, I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm probably gonna have 3 fields of soybeans, 1 massive field of wheat, and I don't know, I might do a field of barley, just to have something different to do. But yeah, I want to have, like I said, I think 3 fields of soybeans is going to be kind of fun. I'm going to skip doing corn and sunflowers, I think, for just 1 year. Not that it matters if it's 1 year or not. It's just something I was thinking about, and I'm like, do I really need to do corn and corn or sunflowers? Corn, I'm more interested in sunflowers. I don't know why. Sunflowers to me, I mean, they look really nice in the field, but their yield is so low. It just feels like, you know, our time would have been better spent doing something else. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I even bother with anything that can't be fed to the animals? So what I mean by that is, should I even waste my time on, say, oats, for that matter? I'd like to have the money, but you know, the one field we did, it's only going to make us like $25,000–$30,000. Would I be better off having tons of, you know, tons of feed for chickens? I mean, that's kind of where my thought process has been. Now, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to continue to push through and see if I can't get, you know, I'd like to get 40 or 1,000 or so liters off of this field. I don't know how many liters I'm going to need for a year for chickens, because I don't know which chicken coop I'm getting entirely. Because I feel like to make money off of chickens, you got to have a relatively large coop. And I'm feeling that pinch when it comes to sheep as well. I'm not getting much for wool from my current sheep barn, so I've really got to determine whether or not those guys are worth it. I know I could do really well with goats, so I have been considering that as an option. I don't know. It's just one of those things where, you know, you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons of every single thing. What we're going to do here is we're going to, alright, we're just going to go ahead and move forward. Ugh, goodness, sorry, tired. Had 2 people with strep throat in this house this week, and I have another one 2 more that have been homesick today for various reasons. We had to check the other one for strep throat, but thankfully that one came back negative. But because he's been exposed, they are having us keep an eye on him. And You know, we're not going to send them back to school until we have a little bit more of an idea. So yeah, we have currently got just over 52,000. I think we're gonna wind up with a good amount. So yeah, we're gonna wind up with about 54,000 after this thing is emptied, and we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Hoping to be able to get this whole entire field done in less than 20 minutes, because that would actually be really nice. I can bale up the straw off camera and get it all picked up. I do have to plow this field or work it up somehow in order to run a planter in here, which isn't the end of the world. I'll probably get a cultivator for that. I need one anyways. Because I don't want to sit there and plow all the time. While, I mean, it's fine to do it. The main reason to plow would be to avoid having to weed out a field. I mean, that's really it. But to me, it's more of an interest level to be able to not sit there and not weed a field. To me, it's just kind of, no, I'd rather weed it once, you know, at least once every 3 years, have it plowed. But I think for the most part, weeding it, I mean, it's an expectation, because growing up, when it would, even when it would get plowed, I mean, we'd have weeds. It's not like weeds died because you plowed the field. So to me, it's not that realistic. I'd rather have some sort of a weeder or something like that we have to do in order to, you know, keep it realistic. So, but that's just me too. And I am hoping, like I said, to get over 40,000 liters off of this field. I think it'll be close. I don't know for sure, but I think it'll be close. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that this harvester could do in order to improve in order for me to improve upon this harvester, the only thing I could really do is if it had a larger hopper. In reality, though, 11.5 thousand liters is a lot. Yeah, I mean, it is a very substantial amount of you know, holding tank for or a hopper size. So we're not gonna pretend that it's not, because it really is a lot. And I'm just gonna get my my auger chute out here, and we'll get it all ready. I'm close to being full again. So yeah, if we make this field into wheat right here, then that field we could make into wheat. I could have enough wheat, and then we could do soybean, soybean, soybean in the other 3 fields. So that might actually be an option that I want to look at as well. I'm not saying that's what we're going to do, but it is something I am considering. meaning that we are going to be facing chickens down. I like to make sure I have enough wheat. Alright, so let's get going again. So it's taken us about 5 minutes to load up each hopper and unload it. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get all the way through this field or not. With, you know, gosh, I'm trying to get there and figure it all out. I do know, though, we are going to wind up with at least 3 hoppers full. Yeah, it would be kind of nice, though, to actually have this done and have it not take a ton of time. Another thing I want to do is probably also put a road or some sort of a barricade between the grass and field in the center of it. Even, you know, a dirt path just to break up the how the ground is currently sitting. I think that would be a smart thing to do, just to I mean, I think it'd be smart to do it that way just to get it to the point where it's identifiable as a separate field. That has been the difference on this field here and the one right there. Is beforehand it was all squirrely and I couldn't get it to actually do steer assist, but now that I split it between with a road in between, it really helped out a lot. So that's one thing I want to do. I know we mentioned in the last episode that we want to buy some more land, and that will happen. I don't know what land I'm going to purchase. I was kind of thinking about that wooded plot next to us. I really think that would be a good plot of land, and we can forest it. I'm only thinking that foresting it would be the way to go, whether we do it into wood chips or whatever, but I haven't made that part of my mind up yet. But I think it would be ideal to keep pushing that as the spot to go with next. And really there's only 2, but I think due to the cost, the woodland, I guess we can take a quick peek here. Yeah, this woodland here is 60,000, whereas this chunk of land is 167,000. That's a big chunk of land, don't get me wrong. I would love having that, and I will own it. And it'll probably be where I, you know, say that's the end of my farm. The other thing I want to do is I want to get a different planter, because I would like to just get away from tillage altogether. It's not that I can't handle it or anything, it's just I am finding it somewhat cumbersome. But, you know, it's part of farming. So yeah, let's get this. So yeah, we've got just over 34,500 liters off of this field so far, and there is about, I'm going to say, there's probably about 40% of the field left. So, you know, we figure we can get another 20,000 liters off of it. I'd be pretty happy. That gets us almost to 100,000 liters in total for our entire wheat harvest. That's pretty good. That's a lot of feed for chickens. But yeah, I'm gonna have to clear out up here. I'm gonna have to do the clearing out there, and I'll probably have to do a lot of clearing here. I don't know if I own access to these trees. If I do, I'm gonna get them all. I'm not gonna leave any of those. Don't see a point. It's not like it's a barrier between fields, it's just the barrier between the field and the edge of the map. And my other field doesn't have those trees there, so I'm not going to expand this field any further that way, but I feel like you know, the map might run a little more smoothly without, you know, extra bandwidth being eaten up by on the graphics. I don't think I've checked what is for sale this month. Oh, I guess I did. There's just nothing that I want. That's alright. Gotta go pick kids up here in about 20 minutes. Oh, so yeah. I mean, we are currently sitting at, like I said, about not quite 2/3 of the way done with this field. We've already hit 34,500 liters in the trailer, which I think is great. It's a fantastic amount of grain, and that also makes me think that, you know, I might actually get 3, maybe even 4 bales of straw off this field. I'm not keeping the straw. The straw is, it's like an extra 10 grand throughout the year. That's all I'm looking at. Straws, you know, okay, I can get an extra 10 grand. And whatever. I mean, 10 grand is 10 grand, right? Might as well take it. As a matter of fact, let's go take a quick peek at that and see how much it is worth. Of course, it's going to auto-save. Alright, so straw, like I said, it's not worth much. What I have is only worth 10 grand. Not really a huge amount of money there. And it's nice. Every little bit helps. But at the end of the day, that 10 grand isn't, that's a month of my payments for interest and my baler, so, you know. Now I've been sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, how much am I paying for that baler in total? You know, if I'm paying somewhere around 100 and I want to say $130,000, or no, somewhere around $140,000, $145,000 for it. So I mean, yeah, I'm going to overpay by 15 grand, but I needed it. I actually did need to get that thing. Next month we are going to harvest grass. I'll probably actually mow it and ted it and see where that puts me for total hay. Oh shoot. Yeah, so if I put that down as, you know, total hay, we'll be sitting really well. I kind of want to get to a point where, you know, I can sell off all of my hay as silage for one whole year, but I'm thinking if I can do, you know, at least 2 cuttings as silage and sell that every year, you know, that's still going to be, you know, $75,000 every year, and that's good money. You know, that's the type of bank I need to be looking to make. and I may actually wind up wanting to sell my slurry as well. You know, I'm not in any rush to sell the slurry because I just don't slurry. I don't really care that much. You know, 10,000 liters is only worth like 500 bucks. It's not the fact that you're going to get rich or anything. But I want to continue getting this field done. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get this all done quickly as I wanted. So I'll probably have to finish it up off camera. And as you guys can see, we have made a really nice dent. We've gotten over 45,000. I think we've gotten officially 40. I'm trying to think. So we do 11.5. That's 22, 23. We've got 46,000 liters already off of this field. That's pretty good. So I think we're going to get at least one more hopper full, and then, you know, after that, yeah, we're not going to get another full hopper, but, you know, we'll have definitely made our it'll be definitely have been worth our while. And you never know. I mean, maybe we can just make enough off of you know, off of wheat and whatnot, just kind of keep us, you know, give us enough wheat to feed our chickens, and we'll do just fine. But you know, I'm actually really pleased so far. Now, if we were doing soybeans, you know, part of me is thinking about increasing our, or, you know, moving the economic difficulty to normal, and that's just so that we are able to actually be able to pay off our loan, because the current way we're set up, I don't think that's happening. Yeah, I just don't think we're going to be able to make enough money to, you know, pay that back in like 5 years, which is kind of where I was wanting to be. Even if I paid off, you know, say I do all of my silage and I just give all that money every year straight to payments, and I mean, that's a thought process, and I've thought about doing it that way, but I just don't think it's going to work long term. I just think it's going to backfire on me, because I mean, then we're looking at 10 years to pay off our debt, and I just don't know if that's worth it. So but we have done quite a bit. We will have just, we're going to have our hopper full here in just a second. And yeah, this is going to put us to just over 100,000 liters, which, you know, I think is fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to finish this up off camera, you guys. You've seen enough of this, and then I'll get it all baled up, and we'll see where we're at. I kind of wanted, I kind of have an idea of what I'd like to do for next year as far as my hay is concerned. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do my next cutting as silage, and then the following 2 cuttings, so the last one in November and the first one in May, we will do as hay, and I want to see, you know, how we're doing at that point. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. This is Graybeard Gaming, wishing you the very best of days. Be safe out there, guys. See ya.